From the Bright Walls Mural Festival, Jackie Austin. Good morning, Jackie.
Hi.
I feel like the introduction could have added like 6 more titles.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
What do you not do?
Not much.
Relax,
Yes,
sleep,
probably.
restore yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. So
So we're glad you're here Monday morning because,
I know. It's bright and early.
it's bright and early. So Bright Walls, we're so excited about it. The finale, September 8th through the 11th. But there's a great way that people can help fund
Yes.
the finale.
So we are going big this year. I mean,
like big.
Huge, which means that we need some help with fundraising. We've got some great support from local businesses and a couple of grants and things like that. But what we could really use is just a little extra to push us right over the edge. So we're running what we're calling our crowdfunding campaign. So we work with the MEDC, Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and their patronicity program, which is basically you can go onto their website, put anywhere from $10 to, we had somebody over the weekend give us $2,000, which was amazing.
Yeah,
So
cool.
excited to see that one come through. If we raise $50,000 through crowdfunding, then the MEDC will match that and give us another $50,000 grant.
And that just has to happen by July 12th. How far, how close are you? I know you just launched.
Yeah, we did. It's only been, I think, a week now. We've been up and running. So last time I looked, we were probably, I don't know, maybe a fifth of the way there.
That's
so
awesome.
Getting close to that $10,000 mark. One of the things we love about this program is it's a way for everybody in the community to kind of have their little piece of Bright Walls. And if you give, I think it's $100 or more, you get your name on a plaque, which will be installed in downtown. There's one from 2019 right behind Veritas. So if you go to that parking lot, you can see that. So it's a fun way to kind of get your name right into Bright Walls and have a good time and show your support for what we're doing. And we've kind of got this really weird goal. We found out from patronicity people that I think the most number of people that have ever given to a crowdfunding campaign is 922. So we want to get to 923.
We'll take care of that.
Exactly.
So talk about, this would be a huge influx of cash to the festival.
Yes,
Talk about what you guys would be able to do with that money.
Well, that helps us kind of get over the edge. This is our last push for fundraising. We've got some, like I said, great local sponsors that have helped us get to where we are. This will help us with all of our events. We've got so many events happening this year. We've condensed the festival from 6 days to 4 days. So we've pushed everything into 4 days and kind of added everything we've done for the last 5 years into one.
So fun. I can't wait. It really is. It's turned into just one of the major assets in the county, really. And it's, like you said, more and more each year. How many murals do we have, Jackie?
We have 41 right now.
Unbelievable.
I know.
The other thing it's done is it's created more of a tourist destination for downtown
Yeah,
Jackson too.
we've done some numbers this year, and we think that there's been about 200,000 people visit Jackson for the murals.
Wow.
So that's a
believe
huge
it,
number.
So the artists, how do you get the artists? And do we have repeat artists? Or are they always fresh and new? Or?
So we are an invitation-only festival, which means we go out and we seek the artists. We're looking for artists that we feel have a good, like their style connects with the people here in our community. One, it's fun. Maybe we've had a few artists that kind of push the edge a little bit, but we want to expose Jackson to all kinds of different things. We're looking for diversity in artists, diversity in artwork. We're also looking for artists that seem like they'd be fun to work with, because we're bringing them here. We're spending 10 days with them, and we want to make sure they're fun. So we actually go out and seek them and invite them to come to Jackson, which is really fun.
Last year, Jackie, you guys had a mini mural competition, and the winner is getting their own wall.
Yes. Well, he's on our roster.
On the roster, excuse me, on the roster.
I'm going to say that because we're not just doing walls this year.
Right.
We're doing some other stuff.
Okay.
So like last year, we did the electrical boxes.
I love those.
So we're
by
doing
the
some
way.
different types of installations like that as well. So our winner from the parking spaces last year, Ted LaFear, he's already knows what he's doing. He's got a pretty cool thing that he's doing. So I'm so excited.
I feel like we can say we knew him when.
I think so. Yeah. I don't think he would like us even talking about it.
No, he's pretty
so,
humble.
He is, yes.
So one of the things last year that I really took a liking to was the Bright Pause.
Yes,
okay, this
so
is
fun.
that's a show in itself.
It is. It's so much fun, and we are definitely bringing that back.
Nice.
It's actually it's our kickoff to the festival this year. So it's part of our opening ceremonies, and We're literally going to parade the dogs right down Michigan Avenue and right into the festival, and then do them on the stage just like we did last year. And then we've got a fun concert that night as well. We've got Joe Hurtler and the Rainbow Seekers coming in.
Oh,
so
What kind of dogs do you have, Jacque?
you
have a Great Dane,
I
right?
do have a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Do you really?
She's beautiful, yeah.
Does she think she's a lap dog?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh my
Were
gosh.
you at the dog park opening?
Yes,
So,
yep.
So
Millie
Jacque
was
knows
there.
why I can't bring mine.
Yes.
Were they spazzes?
Well,
a little bit. And then we've got 2 Springer Spaniels as well, which are just absolutely
awesome.
adorable. So yeah.
Claire did this last year with Belle, so we'll have to come down again this
Yeah,
year.
absolutely. I think we had over 100 dogs join us last year, and
So
we
cool.
think that's going to be bigger this year.
Yeah, that's fun. So you mentioned you're compressing all those events plus adding extras. Other than the dog parade kind of opening ceremonies, what else are you really excited about?
Yeah, so we've got some big concerts happening this year. We're actually going to have 2 stages. So we haven't announced our location quite yet, but we're getting close to that. And our footprint is pretty cool this year. So we have space to do 2 different stages, which means we'll have tons of opportunities for local bands. And
this was one
some
of the
big
most
bands.
fun nights I've ever had in downtown.
Yes, that was really fun. So we love our concerts. They're kind of that bring everybody together,
Yeah.
get them all in one space. I think last year we had about 3,000 people at this concert.
Wow. Was that
which
your
was-
generation?
Yeah, well, it was 50 Amp Fuse last
50
year.
Amp Fuse.
Yeah,
Oh, the originals?
Yeah.
Oh, I
we,
love them.
We couldn't get your generation last year because of scheduling conflicts, but this year they're
They'll
back.
be back,
Oh,
yeah.
And we've had them booked since 2020.
Oh, got it. Okay.
American title, happy to present the Rock the Block.
absolutely. Yeah, we
Nice.
love Ron at American Title. He always comes through for us. He loves the Your Generation, so I always know that's what he's gonna take.
Yeah, you know what's incredible about Ron is that like his business isn't like nobody comes to us and
Right.
says we'd
What-
like to use this title
Exactly.
company. You know, and so he supports this community as much as anybody when his
Yes.
business doesn't really require that same kind of exposure. So I think he's a little bit of a saint
Well,
for doing
and
that.
I love that he does the Friday as well because it's also our downtown mess around day.
Yeah.
So one of our goals for that day is to push people out into the downtown businesses
Yeah.
and show how cool everything is in downtown Jackson. So for the Your Generation concert this year, there's going to be a ticket. You have to buy a ticket for it, which I don't know the ticket price off the top of my head, or you can bring a receipt from a downtown business and get in for free.
Well, there you go.
So
I love
we're kind
that.
of doing that, like, hey, we're taking over the downtown, but we're not the only thing here. There's
Yeah.
tons of stuff to do.
Yeah,
So.
if you
I
go
love
through
that.
Jennifer's purse, you can get everyone
Yeah,
in
there
free.
you go.
That's just true. It is true.
I think it has to be from that day.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing you notice so many faces you haven't seen before
Yeah.
downtown. So
Or haven't seen in a long time. It's kind of like an old
Yeah.
home week. It's a great
Yeah, love it.
So I have to ask you something that I'm going to ask with bated breath.
Yes.
So as an organization for the Jackson Young Professionals, this has been a huge focal point.
Yes.
And this is the conclusion of it.
Yes,
So what's
yeah.
next?
Well, I always say it's the end of the Murals, but not the end of JYP.
Okay. Okay.
Jackson
good.
Young Professionals isn't going anywhere. We have some big plans on what we want to do as our next step. And we're actually using this year as kind of a launching pad for some of that. So we're testing out some things this year that might work for next year.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll
awesome.
see.
If,
I feel relieved. I feel relieved.
yeah, you have obviously the big push to raise the $50,000
Yes.
through the crowdfunding patronicity. But if local businesses or people would like to be involved outside of that, how do they do
Yeah,
that?
there's tons of opportunities. We still have plenty of sponsorship opportunities for businesses, anywhere from $2,000 up to, I think, $40,000. So anywhere in between, we've got some really cool opportunities. I mean, we don't call our sponsors, they're partners. We invite them to everything. They get wristbands to our concerts and things like that. So tons of great perks there. And then obviously the opportunity to be involved in Bright Walls, I think
Yeah.
is just really
It's
fun.
It's so fun. What's your favorite mural?
Everybody asks this and it changes. Like when I do tours, I'll say, oh, this is my favorite mural, and then we'll get 2 more, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, this one's my favorite mural.
Yeah.
So I think if I had to choose the David Rice with the tipped over vase and the butterflies,
yeah.
or the key detail, which is the lady in the corset with the car behind her.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah,
really cool.
so, and then I love Sweet Talk, which was just on the screen.
How so I know we've had partners help out. Lighting has been installed.
Yes.
How long will these murals last? Do they need to be sealed
So-
up? I can't remember.
Yeah, so we use the top of the line paints, and and we prep the walls in such a way that the goal is to make them last as long as possible. We have already had to do some touch-ups on some of them, which we'll do as long as we can.
Yeah.
And then we do seal coat those that get a lot of sun exposure, the ones that we feel need it. And then, like you said, we add lighting to everything, so it gets people downtown maybe at a different time of day, and then two, it makes the areas a little bit safer. So, I have a background in urban planning, so I love that placemaking stuff that we do, where we're making an alley safer rather than having to go through this dark alley, at night type of a thing.
Great
So,
perspective on
yeah,
that.
love
What was the first year that you guys did it?
18.
So it's funny because now we're 4 or 5 years. Right?
This will be the 5th year.
Fifth year removed from it, and they are still as bright and brilliant, as they were,
what we
and they
love.
just add so much beautification. So I can't imagine the thought process and the planning, like you said, prepping the wall to make sure it would hold the paint for a long time.
We did a lot of research. We wanted to make sure that we weren't just doing this because, like I said, we raise a lot of money, and we spend a lot of local downtown businesses time and effort and money in this, and so we wanted them to last as long as possible. And we want them to be what fits with Jackson. We want to show off Jackson, and so the artwork we want to make sure is representative of us. So.
It's awesome. It's exciting, and we're very proud to have it here in Jackson. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're excited. It is Bright Walls, the finale. Okay, so if you're going to be out of town, cancel your plans. Make sure you stay in town September 8th through 11th. Jacque Austin with us this morning. Thanks, Jacque.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Dan Howe from Howe Equipment.